to lucid dream. Step 1. Do reality checks. So a reality check is something that you use to tell if you're dreaming in real life. That way, whenever you're sleeping, you'll do the reality check since you're so used to doing it whenever you're awake, and then you'll find out that you're dreaming. So the one I use is you count your fingers. So in real life, obviously you have 5 fingers. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make sure you're looking at your hand, because you can move your fingers in your sleep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in a dream, usually you'll have more fingers than that. You'll have maybe an extra finger here and here, and you might count to 5, and then you'll see that there's a few more. So usually you won't have 5 fingers in a dream. It's always worked for me. Another reality check you can do is take your hand and you try to put your finger through your hand, and if obviously in real life it won't go through, but in a dream it'll go through because you can do whatever you want in a dream. So you have to really believe that you're going to put your finger through your hand, and you say, am I dreaming? And then you try to put your finger through. If it doesn't work, then you're awake, and if it does work, then you're dreaming. Other things you could do, which don't really work too well for me, you could look at things like maybe some words or clock, and look at them again a few seconds later, and if they've changed, then you're in a dream. Or you could try to jump, and in real life you'll fall down normally, but in a dream you'll float down, because in dreams you can fly and not everything works the same. Other things you could do is just kind of pay more attention to your surroundings, because in dreams your brain doesn't really make everything very realistic. It just tries to make it passing. So if you notice that things are a little bit off in a dream, then you'll probably know that you're dreaming. And what I like to do when I'm in a dream and I realize I'm dreaming, as soon as I realize I'm dreaming, I say, hey, I'm dreaming, I'm in a dream, and I keep saying it so I don't forget it, because it's pretty easy to forget. So step 2 is keep a dream journal. So you just gotta try, as soon as you wake up, think about the dream you just had. Don't check your phone or anything. Just think about the dream, and as soon as you're done thinking about the dream, get your dream journal, which I just keep a little notebook next to my bed with a pen, so that anytime I wake up I can immediately write down the dream. And then this will really help you, because if you remember other dreams, then you're more likely to know that you're dreaming in a dream and be able to lucid dream. So, and if you do this every night for a while, it'll be easier for you to remember dreams if you're purposely trying to remember. Another thing you can do is try other methods like setting alarms. So setting alarms, you can when you go to bed, you can set an alarm for a few hours after you will be falling asleep, but just like a little quiet one that you'll have to turn off, but it won't wake you up too much, so you'll be like half asleep when you turn it off. Then when you go back to sleep, it'll be a little bit easier for you to lucid dream, because you'll be more like half asleep than actually asleep, and it's a lot easier for that. One of the biggest things, and this almost works every time, so you could try sleeping on your back. Because so if you sleep on your back, it's a lot easier to be like in this half asleep dream state. And although whenever I sleep on my back, I try to cover my face with a blanket or with a face mask, because you could get sleep paralysis. But so you just lay on your back when you go to sleep. Try not to roll it over. And what I try to do whenever I go to sleep on my back is I'll start thinking about my toes and thinking, all right, here are my toes. All right, now I can't feel my toes. You try to make your body fall asleep before you make your mind fall asleep. So you'll make sure that your mind's awake, but don't move your body at all. Just lay there. Think, all right, now my toes are asleep. Now my feet are asleep. Now my ankles. Now the lower part of my calf. Now the upper half. And you just keep on going all the way to your face. And then you can try it again if you're still twitchy. But if you do have like an itch or you're uncomfortable, then you would want to fix that, because you don't want to be sitting there thinking about being uncomfortable or itching when you're trying to fall asleep, because it'll just distract you. But eventually you probably will be in a dream state and be able to have a lucid dream. So another thing you could do, you could say, like, I'm going to have a lucid dream tonight. So like, tell yourself you will have a lucid dream. So if you're like, I'm going to have a lucid dream tonight, I'm going to have a lucid dream tonight, then it's more likely that you will. And a lot of things that I would like to do is I'll tell myself like a little chant and help myself fall asleep like that. So I'll be like, I'm going to dream tonight, I'm going to remember my dream tonight, I'm going to have control over my dreams tonight. Or be like, I'm going to have control over my dreams tonight, I'm going to lucid dream tonight, I'm going to fly tonight, or something, if you want to do something specific. A lot of times there's different levels of lucid dreams, so you could be partially aware or be fully aware that you're in a dream. A lot of times when I get in a dream, first thing I'll do is eat a bunch of junk food, or I will I don't know, go and try to fly or look in a mirror. They say not to look in a mirror because you could scare yourself, because when you look in a mirror in a dream, your face will usually be disfigured and it won't be your face at all. You might scare yourself awake because, yeah, like I said, your brain doesn't really remember everything. It just tries to fill in the gaps the best it can, so it's passing. So, but that's also another way you could find out if you're in a dream, is a lot of things are just not right. So if you wanted to lucid dream, like, it'll take maybe a few weeks. It could take a long time. It could take a few days, especially if you lucid dreamed before. It seems like a lot of times whenever I'm lucid dreaming, if it's not very lucid, if I'm just a little bit aware of my dream, I'll try to create things in the dream that's already there. You can create your own dreams, but what I would be like talking to my friends, and I would try to impress them by making a car appear, and they'd be like, this is my car, and see, look, it's mine, I have the keys right here. So that's like a little bit lucid. And then you can have the fully lucid dream where you're fully aware you're dreaming, you're thinking, wow, I'm dreaming, and you're just making things appear because you want to. And sometimes you don't have any control over the dream, but you know you're dreaming, so you just let things happen. And there's different things about it, but you can watch a lot of videos and try to figure out how is the best way to lucid dream for you and what you want to do in the dream and different things. And also, a lot of times whenever I am in a dream and there's dream characters, which are the people in your dreams, when there's people around me and I say, I'm dreaming, sometimes they'll like kind of look kind of irritated, or they just kind of get really quiet, and it seems like it happens to a lot of people. So you could just, sometimes I avoid telling people that I'm dreaming in the dream because they get like kind of irritated and it messes up the dream, but do whatever you want. So here was my 5 tips. How to lucid dream. Step 1, do reality checks. Step 2, keep a dream journal. Step 3, setting alarm. Step 4, sleeping on your back. Step 5, tell yourself you'll have a lucid dream. And also note with the reality checks, try to do them at like random times in the day. Just anytime you think about it, do it. So if I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I think something like the word dream, or I'm thinking about anything that's related to it, the second I think about it, I do a reality check, because you want to catch yourself off guard, because in a dream you're not, you know, you don't know that you're dreaming, so you want to catch yourself in random situations, so you're more likely to do it in a dream. Then you lucid dream, and you know, it's fun. So those are my tips, and yeah, that's about it. You might want to try different supplements to help you. I know that I'll be more likely to have very vivid and interesting dreams if I have like a monster before bed, but that might keep people up. You could try eating certain things, dairy, things like that. Also, keeping your room warm helps keeping your body warm, because you're more likely to have a vivid dream if your body's warm, but you're also more likely to have a nightmare if your body's warm, so just kind of watch out. And you want to be comfortable, and yeah, that's it. Bye.